My fellow servants, as you know, the COVID-19 pandemic has created significant disruptions in our lives as we know it. As the pandemic worsens, we all need to take care of ourselves and follow recommendations from government and health officials in Canada and the US to prevent the spread of the virus. Because of this, it was necessary that Sober America reconsider its 2020 National Convention that was slated for May 22nd to 24th, 2020 in Dallas, Texas. Your health and your family's health is of paramount concern to me, the National Leadership Team, and the National Executive Council. This decision was not going to be an easy one. It was one that needed the input of all of you, my fellow servants. That is why I reached out personally to over 500 servants to seek your opinion and counsel on this matter, and over 120 of you shared your opinions with me. That is why your chapter presidents engaged you in your chapter forums to seek your opinion. That is why Secretary Tange reminded you, servants, over and over again on our Telegram platform to get engaged and share your thoughts. My fellow servants, given the current COVID-19 pandemic and the health concerns, the National Executive Council, or board, with input from servants through your chapter presidents, voted to cancel the in-person 2020 National Convention in Dallas, Texas from May 22nd to 24th, 2020. This decision was done out of abundance of caution given the COVID-19 pandemic. In reaching this decision, we deliberated thoroughly with 4 guiding concerns and considerations. 1. The health and well-being of servants and their families. With the growing COVID-19 pandemic, Sober America must do everything to ensure the health and safety of our members and their families. The feedback from you, servants, was clear that even though current stay-in and other social distancing measures put in place by the states and provinces in the US and Canada mostly in May, there was considerable fear about the uncertainty of the situation. There was always a possibility that things could persist beyond that. Consequently, while postponing the convention to late August was strongly considered, the team felt that it was necessary to take other action given the fact that the uncertainty and risks were just still too much. 2. Economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic to servants. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused significant economic downturn in the US and Canada. Many servants own businesses and are facing an economic hit. Some servants may lose their jobs as the situation continues to worsen. Careful consideration was therefore given to the impact of postponing the convention to later this year on servants who could be in economic hardship due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Even though the governments of the USA and Canada have both unveiled economic relief measures to help stimulate the economy, recovery time for many servants could last much longer than the pandemic. Once again, the well-being of servants is our utmost concern. 3. The voice and opinions of servants. My fellow servants, such an enormous decision could not be made without input from you. During the meeting, one by one, the chapter presidents relayed the opinions and thoughts of their members. Many chapter presidents shared the concerns that their members had, even in the event that all social distancing recommendations end in May. Your chapter presidents' votes were reflective of the feedback from you, my fellow servants. Many of you reached out to me personally with your thoughts. To all of you servants who shared an opinion and added your voice to this conversation, I say thank you. That is the servant way. Thank you for your engagement. I also thank the chapter presidents who engaged their members and represented their interests at the meeting today, even if it might not have been your personal preference. That is what leadership is all about. And I thank you. 4. The meaning and role of our National Convention. Our National Convention gives us an opportunity to meet, and in addition to discussing the business of Sober America, fellowship with one another. It is an opportunity to strengthen our brotherhood. Not meeting in person this year will deprive us of that opportunity. However, we must continue the business of Sober America. We must take advantage of technology to ensure that we continue to move our association forward. Consequently, we will have a virtual General Assembly meeting via Zoom on Saturday, May 23rd, 2020, in place of the National Convention. We will discuss Sober America business, and all convention deliverables are still going to be made available to Sobans. In the coming weeks, the NLT will be announcing steps to ensure that we have a successful virtual annual General Assembly. My fellow Sobans, I know that canceling the 2020 National Convention is disappointing to many of you. I hope you will agree with me that your health comes first. We will be making a decision on the host of the 2021 National Convention shortly. Both Presidents Furbank of Dallas and Galli of Carolinas have been asked to confer with the chapters that had been awarded the 2020 and 2021 National Conventions, respectively. We feel it is important to hear from those chapters, considering the amount of work that has already been done on the ground. Rest assured, we will do the right thing for Sober America. Before I go, I'd like to remind you to follow the health advice of social distancing, hand washing, avoidance of large gatherings, unnecessary travel as we continue to combat this COVID-19 pandemic. And if you or any someone you know has been hospitalized or diagnosed with COVID-19, please let us know so we can offer support and prayers. We are in this together. May God bless you and your families and keep you safe. Thank you.